Holy cow. I made it through the night. I think there's 5 people left in the 100 miler. I made the 79 mile cutoff by about 12 minutes. Here we are with Jared, and I'm very excited to talk to him about his 100 mile ultra marathon that he just finished at Lake Murray. Once I heard he finished this race and how hard it was, I really wanted to sit down and have a discussion about it. Been watching your show for years, and I'm really excited to talk about this new belt buckle that I got. I'm gonna do a race report for as long as I can until I get behind and maybe start missing the cutoffs. 10 miles in, 16-minute mile pace. Everything feels good so far. Stomach's feeling good. I've been eating. Check back in a little while. Set a new PR. 12 miles in. I've talked to 2 people today on the trails. I stayed with this guy named Isaac for like 3 or 4 miles, just power hiking. So that was pretty fun. And then I just met another guy from Texas. So many people I can talk to today. Okay, just went through the mile 15 aid station. Had to do a complete reload there. I drank all my fluid and ate all my food that I had on me. And I grabbed my trekking pose. I think I'm gonna try the trekking pose here for a while. See if I like it. 16:22 overall pace. My goal is to be under 16 as long as possible. Everything feels good. Wow. Oh yeah, the aid stations were amazing. This is my first really long race that I did it without any crew or any pacers, and without the aid station people. Man. I don't know if I could have done it. I would just hand them my stuff. They would grab my stuff. They'd fill my water, and they would send me right back out the door. Okay, 20 miles in. It is a little bit muddy. Man, that much mud. That must have been something. So it started raining. It pretty much rained all night long. And then your feet just got wet immediately, and it was just muddy immediately. I changed shoes one time, but it didn't even really matter because 20 yards from the start line, I was right back in the mud again. Unbelievable. We're almost to the start-finish line. I did the big loop first, and now we're going to go do the small loop to 5 miles from the north side. Then we'll be 26 miles done. Okay, about to come up to the 20-mile aid station. Doing a good job eating. I'm going to get rid of the poles in the next round and grab an extra water. Try to get a little bit hot. So I want to get a little more fluid for these next 5 miles. Okay, 25 miles in. Averaging just over 16:30. Didn't go quite as fast as I wanted to on that last little 5-mile loop, but I maintained okay. Everything still feels good. I'm just trying to keep hanging out around 16:30 as long as I can. Okay, mile 30. It was a 14-minute mile. I saw somebody earlier. I think I'm gonna try to pass them. My last mile was my fastest mile of the day so far. Okay, 35 miles in. Got it back down to a 16:57 pace. Had 4 good miles there in a row. About to be at the aid station. I might need to take off my shoes. I got a rock just trying to do me dirty. I didn't listen to any music, didn't listen to any books on this race. I just kind of took off. Man, I was not expecting that. Okay, mile 41 aid station. Took a while there, changed shirts, changed my shoes, changed my socks, changed my gaiters. And I think I'm fully ready to go. It's about to get dark. 41 miles, 17:20 pace. I want to try to get down below 17-minute pace before the 50-mile mark. So I got 9 miles. Okay, 45 miles in. 13:20 pace, 17:20 pace, I think. It's about to start raining, but I've gotten 45 miles in without any rain, so I'm happy about that. I knew I was going to be chasing cutoff, and starting at mile 53 is where the first cutoff started. And then I really didn't know if I was going to make it even to that first cutoff and if I needed to even keep on going. Tell me a little bit more about that. Yeah, all I was really trying to do was keep
like below a 17, 18-minute mile pace once I got it to mile 53. And then I went into the night, and then everything kind of completely changed. The nighttime. Yes, I do. I do actually do pretty good in the nighttime. I don't know what it is. I have trouble sleeping anyway. So once the sun goes down, it's almost like I have a superpower that starts, and I don't even worry about anything anymore. I'm just excited to be out there at night. Wow.
Okay, 60 miles in, 8:23 pace. About to come up to the next aid station. I got plenty of water, plenty of light. I'm feeling pretty good. Think I'm eating enough. I'm still peeing, so that's good. It's just going to be a race to the aid stations to try to make the cap every time. Holy cow, I made it through the night. I think there's 5 people left in the 100 miler. I made the 79 mile cutoff by about 12 minutes. I have about 18 miles to go. I need to try to average under 19-minute mile pace. Might be kind of hard.
Yeah, there were a couple of times I really didn't think I was going to make it.
I have to go 5 miles in exactly an hour and a half. I think that's like a 17-minute mile pace. I think. I'm not sure. That'll put me at, I think mile 91 or something. Holy cow.
Uh, I forgot what number it was, but between mile 80 and 90, I had to make a cutoff, and I had 5 miles to go to get to that cutoff, and I needed to average like 17-minute miles. So when in my past, at this deep into the race, I know I'm not going to do 17-minute mile pace. So I know I've been there before. At the end of these long races, you just don't have anything left. Yeah, somehow I was actually able to keep running, even though it wasn't very
Not moving
fast.
fast, but
Here's a quick video of how fast it
over 80
was.
miles in, and I'm still jogging.
Yeah, I was just going
Pretty much just
15-minute
a
mile pace
15-minute
right here,
mile
but it
pace.
felt like I was really
fast.
flying. It looked like you were going pretty fast to me. Yeah, there was I think I made 4 cutoffs by less than 15 minutes. So every time I think it was just, I had the adrenaline flowing. I never really got tired. I think it was just because I just kept barely making a cutoff. So I was just having to really try hard to get there.
I need to go about 3.5 miles an hour to make the next aid station.
Oh yeah, tell me a little bit about how you're really feeling at the very end there. Yes, the last 10 miles, I kind of figured out that I had it. So I just kind of walked it in, trying to keep from cramping all the way in. I've had those same experiences when you just feel like everything is about to cramp.
If you're wondering why only 6 people finished this race, I think this is the reason. This is a half a mile from the finish line. Okay, I finished. Almost 30, almost 32 hours.
Jared, wow. Yeah, this one really did mean a lot to me. I I got finished, and I was just kind of sitting there waiting to regroup, and I just started crying a little bit. I was just thinking, I cannot believe that you actually made it all the way through this race. Yes, I couldn't believe that only 6 people finished this race. Yes, there were only 6 people to finish out of 20 people that signed up, 26 people that signed up for this race. And it was muddy, it was hard. It actually had a 32-hour time cap, which I couldn't understand. And then because Leadville only had a 30-hour time cap, and I couldn't understand why this race was so hard without all the elevation and all the climbs. But once I got out there, I realized how hard that it actually was. Yeah, there's one thing I was kind of thinking of. I've been reading this book, and it's called Yerrick, A State of Yerrick. And that's where I felt like my mind was in a state of Yerrick. I'll kind of let you look that up to see what that word means. But I just never did really give up. and my mind was focused the whole time, and being focused for 31 hours and 50 minutes was something. Yerrick. Never really heard that word before. I'll have to look that up. I mean, I've done a lot of long races and a lot of hard things, but when I got done with this, I was very proud of that I was able to accomplish this. And when I found out only 6 people finished, then I was just like, man, this was something. And I think this is kind of why I do these races. I like to kind of put myself out there, sign up for something really hard, and try to achieve it. Man, I can see how this was an important buckle to get.